Oh, boots. Damn.
We're live. So, welcome to part 2 of I forgot what it's called. Dark Pursuits, a Dark Heresy game for first level characters and our team of Inquisitors. If you'd like to introduce yourselves, Jason, you're at the top.
Well, I do try. I mean, my character is really at the bottom because Gaius is an outcast, but he is local to this world that we're on, that I also can't remember the name of, which will help.
Disillusion. Okay, I can't find it myself now. Desolation.
Oh, Desolation. Oh, okay.
Desolation.
Not the Spanish word for breakfast, then. Desayuno.
Desolation.
I'm gonna fish up.
Oh, Desolium. Desolium. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna fish in your domain.
Like a mausoleum, but more desolate.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of people here. They just looked dead. Becky.
Hi, I'm Becky. I'm playing Regia. My dark pursuit is method acting, and I am sorry, pre-broadcast joke. I am playing. I'm an an Imperial Guards woman who's been sent to the Inquisition to go work for them, either for good service or because I got a dodgy back. That's me.
Back arm, yeah, it changes every week. Giorgio.
Hi, I'm Giorgio. I'm playing Lothos, that I decided was going to be an Adeptus Astra Telepathica, which basically translates into I look in the warp looks into me, I feel freaky shit and do freakier shit with somebody's heads and minds. And apparently last session I was about to get my brain exploded, but I assume that's our precious DM to summarize what happened last week.
Yeah, last week. So you went to Desolate City to track down a trade in Xenos artifacts. You had a lead on someone who was acting strangely, and Gaius, being local, had a contact that proved very helpful. And as you were watching his house,
I like it when it's like
something went down, and you burst in, and you found him with the Xenos artifact. He clawed his eyes out, scratched his body and his face up. So that was basically what happened during the game. Lothos tried to pick the artifact up and got a big shock from that one. And you had a good bit of help from a local detective, local sanctuary, that you were getting information from. You had some paperwork, some about the dead bodies that had been found around, and also you'd had at the end of the session you had some information about a group that were selling the artifacts called the Baby Faces. You found out they were working out of a cantina in the lower hive called Screaming Wheel.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's where we left it. Effectively, you were going to decide your next moves from this point.
Yeah.
You all survived pretty much undamaged. So Giorgio had a bit of a mind shock.
Yes. Just because I was a little bit disconnected last time we played, wasn't the Lord a contact of mine rather than Gaius?
Sorry, yes, it was. Yes, because your family connection. Sorry, that's quite correct.
No. It's not an issue, of course, because it doesn't really change anything. But I just wanted to be sure that I did a No, I just wanted to make sure that I recalled correctly what happened.
That's correct. And the detective is Inquisition approved.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And his name was Enrin Turnbert.
Oh yes, he was called Philgum.
The Lord Philgum, yes.
Oh yeah, the Lord was called Philgum.
Lord
yes,
Philgum.
I remember now.
The detective is Enrin
Yes. Yeah, Enrin Turnbert. So your next move is to decide what to do about the Screaming Wheel and the baby faces.
So we should understand more properly what a cloud gang is. So it's like a street punk bike racers or something.
Yes, it's like a street gang, and not so organised to say a mafia, but more basic street level, but very violent. Control the same sort of crime as like a mafia would. So gambling, prostitution, loan sharking.
Okay, so they're semi-organised, or at least organised but small scale.
Not as maybe
Actually.
socially acceptable, maybe. Well, not that mafia is socially acceptable, obviously, but
No what?
I know the mafia outfit were lovely people.
They sound very anarchist
Was he there?
based rather than kind of gentlemen in suits.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
they're not,
I'm getting an image of studs and multicoloured hair.
They will dress up.
Representation of punk culture. Yeah.
Yeah, they will dress up, but not in like business suits.
No. What's their hierarchy like? Do we know? Do they have a leader? Is it more of a committee-based thing?
No, each one will have a gang, and each gang will have a territory, and constant fights between the gangs. Violence is the trademark.
But do the gang specifically have somebody prominent in each?
There will be a leader of the gang, yes, and he might have like a couple of sub-captains or something, but
Okay.
I have a dumb question.
Mhm.
Sorry, you were about to say, Jason.
I was just going to ask, given I have a bit of skill in common law underworld, would I have heard of any names from the baby faces?
Ooh, that's a good question, isn't it? There's no luck in this or anything, is there?
No, but there is a common law underworld skill. It just so happens.
Go on then, have a roll with that one and see what you get.
Wait,
I would bring the counter sheet, actually.
Hold on, intelligence. No, I've not heard of them.
You've not heard of them.
So my dumb question is, what does the Inquisition training manual say about how to infiltrate or dominate a gang?
Depending on, I mean, there's various ways of doing it, and it'll be similar sort of thing to anything else, really. You can either set up an alibi, go in as people were purchasing. You can go in quick, strong, and violent, and take them out and get information by interrogation rather than persuasion. It depends how desperate the situation is, what stakes are in play. If this is your only lead, could you maybe? What would happen if you killed everybody? You can get information. Have you got another
So we
source?
should infiltrate. We should try and become gang members.
Yeah, that is an option.
So, how do you get a great gang round here?
Either that, or we try and wait for some of these gang members to leave the cantina, squat him, beat the living shit out of him, and interrogate him.
Interrogation is faster, but subjects tend to tell you what you want to hear rather than what the truth is.
Notwithstanding science.
Just a quick reminder: you do have a police resource you can call on.
Mm-hmm.
Very useful when trying to infiltrate a gang.
It is if you want to know some perhaps stuff about.
But he might well know the gang, so that is a good
Yeah.
point. We could maybe speak to him first.
Yeah. Okay. Are you going to talk to him?
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll call him back to our meeting spot with him.
Mhm.
Okay, so I mean, he could be there to help clean up the mess at I forgot what he's called now. Is it Eldrick's house?
Lance Gideon.
Oh, Gideon. Yes. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
And his bodyguard, Sank Strenwell.
Yeah, I wonder where I wrote those notes to. It's not my pad. It must have. Anyway. Yeah, you can call him. He could be at that house cleaning up, actually. With you.
Fair enough.
Poor sod.
And you ask him. He has heard of the baby faces. He knows that their leader is called Skinner. Although that's not his real name, obviously.
Although don't say that in front of him.
That's where I got Eldrick from. His actual real name is Eldrick Havofast.
Sorry, what?
In the chat.
Eldrick Havofast.
That's a not ominous sounding name.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer Skinner personally.
No idea.
It's apart from that, he says, you know, they're a typical street gang. They're very the police have tried to get the odd person from them and lock them up, but they're a very hard gang to break into. But he's surprised that they're selling Xeno artifacts. He thought that'd be above them.
I didn't grasp this last part.
The sphere you had from last week is a Xeno artifact, so he's surprised actually trading in that stuff. He thought,
Okay.
that's above their sort of general level. They're a street gang with prostitution and loan sharking is their.
If there's any left after we're finished with them, you might want to raise the threat assessment.
Yeah, I assume they are like middlemen, moving stuff around on behalf of someone to someone else.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, they can go pretty much unremarked throughout the city, and you know, people give them a wide berth because they know how dangerous they are. So it's a possible.
Do they have any identifying features, like a gang color or a tattoo or something?
They're like symbols on jackets, whatnot.
Sure.
Not really. You sort of like probably they come across as extremely arrogant, are quite well dressed, but not suits wise, but you know, street wise.
Yeah, so really the only way we have to figure out who these people are is going to the actual place and have a sniff around.
There's two ways to do it, isn't there? We either go undercover, just go to the bar and observe, see where it leads, or we get all the latest planetary fashions and splash some cash around and wait.
Yes, it'd be cool if we can like retrieve some sort of what's the word in English? Like a mugshot of this person, so that we can try and recognize him in order to accost him.
So yeah, I mean,
the leader, yeah. Good idea.
He might be able to do you a mugshot. Actually, that if you give them some minutes, they might have a surveillance footage they could maybe get something from. Let me just go to. I just noticed something that is. Okay, so 336.
At the moment, I prefer doing a reconnaissance, and then if we need to go more in depth and undercover, then we can.
Okay, Cloud Boys. Okay, so bit of background then. Notable gangs in the Cloud Boys sort of thing are the Dandy Longlegs, the Baby Faces, the Stall Killers. Amongst the vicious gangs of Decilium, the Cloud Boys stand big.
The Daddy Longlegs, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Dandy Longlegs.
A dandy.
Oh, I
Daddy
thought it was Daddy
Longlegs.
Longlegs.
That's even worse somehow.
So, just so you understand, a daddy longlegs is the name we give to a type of insect over here. A kind
Yeah,
of
I know.
Dandy, of course, and well-dressed.
Dust spiders, we call them.
Megalodon, it's right here.
So dance spiders.
Dust spiders.
Oh, dust spiders. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
A dandy would be a term given to basically somebody all dressed up on the hunt.
Yeah, looking smart and
Okay,
correct.
I didn't know this, but this is news to me as well. The members are exclusively from the upper reaches.
Yeah.
Most are young toughs from noble families. Those not in
well, that
line
rules
of
me out.
but those not in line of ascension and constantly causing embarrassment to their houses. Some are banished to the lower levels. Others leave on their own, eager to get away.
So
Unlike
this is
most-
basically the Bullingdon Club.
Unlike almost everybody else in the hive, they have actually seen not only the sky, but looked down on the noxious clouds below, just as they view almost everyone else in the hive.
Yeah, that's just born aristocracy.
Heavenly.
So, Cloudboy gangs are known for their extreme style and depraved ferocity. The hair is The hair is worn in elaborate wedges
I hope that.
and forms fashioned using masses of static gel and glitter foam. Some gangs sport elaborate masks, while others wear obsidian shades that sheen with fluid patterns of changing colours, all to preserve their identity during their time below.
Over it as well.
Yep.
Got an emergency
Definitely Bullingdon.
AFK, but it does sound a bit Bullingdon Club. I think we should go in there with a pig's head, try to entice them out.
Yeah, but Bullingdon, but on like LSD or ketamine or something.
Oh, that's sick.
No, they didn't do that
Ketamine
anyway.
wouldn't be asked to do anything.
Oh, so Cloud Boys are sadistic psychopaths amongst the most dangerous denizens, even in the Underhive.
Oh no. Oh wait, it's an ancient one, but it's not heavenly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there. So I didn't read that before, probably.
And it's 2 megalodons.
So,
Well, I
what's the
could
plan?
try-
Undercover or in with
I
force?
could try and pose as someone of the aristocracy, but it's obviously more difficult.
I think we'd go back to our default behaviour. You be valet, I be bodyguard, Lotus be the aristocrat. He's the only one that can carry himself right.
True. But that would also mean that,
Wait.
you know, if there's like meetings and things, we wouldn't be able to be in on them. That would have to be Lothus on his own.
Well, valet's confidants. You know, a personal valet is always with you, and as is your bodyguard.
I
mean,
have a
if
feeling they
someone
might not trust that.
if someone wanted to dress as a Cloud Boy, you could do that quite easily.
I'm not doing that to my hair. No, I suppose we could, but
Yeah, I imagine my character not to have any hair, so I need to acquire a wig.
fantastic.
Doesn't mean you say you're obviously you wouldn't be able to pose as one of the baby faces because they probably would possibly know you'd have to maybe pose as a different gang.
Yeah, that's the problem with that approach. But you could pose as an unaligned noble, just a random noble.
Yeah, just an unaligned higher up trying to acquire
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
specific.
illegal,
Families looking for property in this part of the hive.
illicit. You get illicit
Yeah.
items, maybe drugs. Perhaps your house is on falling hard times. You're on loan.
Yeah, maybe you gambled all your money away.
Or perhaps you've come to gamble your money away.
Well, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I
I
was
prefer
just
that because it gives them something, gives us something they want.
Hmm.
yeah, I was trying to think about something that might give us an edge on the acquiring Xenotech kind of thing without trying to pass as someone interested in their other rackets in order
What if
not
we
to waste focus.
what if we go in as extremely loud, obnoxious, drunk aristocrats? We'll out loud everyone in the bar with our obnoxiousness and our wealth. And when they approach us, we go, "What drugs you got?" Oh, that's not. That's for fucking school days. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
up the ante a little bit.
Yeah, the obnoxious act might work. I mean, we
I
can try and get close to
I-
one of them.
can totally see that getting violent.
Excellent.
Well,
That's
we
who
still need
Becky's
at least
character is.
somebody.
Yeah,
We
I
still
mean,
need at least somebody to get information out of, though.
Well, what is that?
yeah, we might try the obnoxious but likable kind of approach.
The goal is to get obnoxious people to offer us their Xenotech by being the right kind of candidate.
Yeah.
What was Lance Gideon like before he started acting erratic?
He was just like a normal noble. He sort of business, his investments.
'Cause that's the thing, he's a noble, not like a second in line or something.
No, he was actually
But
head
he
of the
was
house.
a
Yeah,
noble. Yeah. So we've got to be not cloud punkers, but actually like head of a house.
Yeah.
Then we need to be the right kind of target if we're going to get
It
into
was
the
alright,
Xenotech.
guys.
Hmm.
Yeah, we might be someone from off-world.
Yeah, it's about playlist.
Yeah.
hmm
Well, I mean, at least one of you is.
I think he's
We
going to
both
I
be
am.
are.
I am from off-world.
I come from a forge world, forged in the
Thankful
forges
Forges of Forge.
of battle,
Forge.
forged. Yes.
Maybe I was too lucky yesterday.
Okay.
Seriously, all
Would
the
it
best
be-
manufacturers are from my world. Check out this iron wheel repeater. This is a third edition. And this is my huge shaft pattern anti-heretic sword.
Heretics.
Anti-heretic. Wow.
Yeah. It's the anti-heretic is a brand.
I thought Heaven's Sword was like really
Best factory
well.
on the Forge world.
The Eradicator 3000.
Yeah.
No, it's the huge shaft pattern is what we call it.
It's
But
so many
Oh.
Would there be a way to have our police friend nearby whilst we're being obnoxious?
Yeah.
I don't
I
think we want to be
don't see a problem with
obnoxious.
that.
Would be if we wanted to get recruited. I think if we want to get into the Xenotech, we've got to be the right kind of mark, which means being what Lance Gideon was. We don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So whilst we're being marks,
Mm.
Yeah, I was just double checking my character sheet whether just to see if I'm about to fail miserably.
Well, remember,
Yeah.
resources, monetary resources are not a problem for you. So, if that's what you're,
No, I was trying to see where my bullshitting skill is at.
excuse me.
Yeah, so
I see
fucking
the
bad.
technical term for it.
I've got pretty good at deceive as well. I've
Yeah,
got
go.
plus 10.
Yeah,
I
not too
stand
shabby.
with the soldier's bearing at all times. Sorry, not acting that very well.
Okay. This is about to go very bad, so let's go.
Okay, so are you taking the policeman with you or not?
Scamming me.
No,
No.
might be known to them.
I don't think directly, but if there's a way for him to, to also be able to hear or witness
Yeah, maybe
the
give
baby
him an
faces saying certain things
Well,
or doing
maybe
certain
that's
things.
what I'll do.
Bug yourself.
Seeing as I'm not great
Yeah.
at all that acting malarkey, is I'll hang back and observe.
Okay.
You stand outside, or you actually going in? You're
I'll
still
go
going
in, but I'll go in maybe a couple of minutes before or a couple of minutes after, and just be quiet by myself and stuff.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So, okay, so you get together everything you need, the costumes if you want to, and get made up as you need to.
Totally.
Becky, I don't know if your character is dressing down in overalls or something, or
Trench coat, definitely.
Mhm.
Underneath the trench coat is armor. Combat
armor
vest, at
trench
least.
coat.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, with this sort of bar cantina, is it quite swanky? Is it fairly bog standard?
Okay, if you ask
Would Reggie look out of place with that?
if you ask your police contact, Screaming Wheel, he's never been there, but it is very downbeat. It's slow down the hive. It's a bit of a dive.
Yeah.
It's sort of frequented by manufacturing workers.
Wait, did it say tonight has
Criminals.
boosted luck?
Okay. So Lothos and I will definitely need to be drunk,
does it
high, or
cost
both
something?
when we get in there, basically, because why else would we be fucking there?
Right, do you want me to go in a minute earlier or a minute later?
I'd say early, just in case.
Wait, just check.
So I'll go in early then. Trench coat, I look like a very stocky woman with the armor underneath.
It doesn't say.
Okay, so yeah, you travel to the area, and two of you hold back while Regia moves forward towards the Screaming Wheel. So the Screaming Wheel is accessible across a less than sturdy gantry.
So what I'd need to cut to disable that gantry?
The cantina is rough, windowless chamber set amidst a sprawling array of interconnected structures that make up the halfways of the mid-hive. Rusted ladders leads from the roof of the top of the cantina to a wide thoroughfare about 20 meters above. So, as you push the door open and step inside the Screaming Wheel, the odor of stale Iowa smoke and obscuria, the stench of body sweat, and the loud pounding music issuing from a very tinny Vox system assault your senses. Even compared to the street outside, this place is dark, lit only by a few weak gold glow globes and Ken Newman signs. An assortment of unsavory-looking patrons populate the room, from obvious gangsters in battle leathers and electros to vacant-eyed labourers strung out on Kens. Only a few even bother to look up as you enter. Behind the bar, a heavy-set man cleans the glass with a dirty cloth clutched in his poorly maintained claw of a robotic arm. Seated at the table at the far end of the room are several well-coiffured, rakish-looking fellows, appearing quite out of place, and they're laughing at a man who's standing before them in manufacturing overalls and seemingly pleading with them.
Okay, there's our marks. Okay, so I'll go to the bar. I'll order 12% ABV or above. And
super.
I will sit myself not on the nearest vacant table because I suspect the others will want that, but the next spot along. What I don't want to do is I don't want to be sat with the gangsters the obvious gangsters behind.
Okay.
So I
Behind
want
you.
to,
Okay.
if anything, go beyond.
Do you want me to share a map?
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay. So actually, I better find it and open it. That's the bar there. So I go to there. So share screen. Sharing. I usually get this wrong. Entire screen. That one. Share. Can you see that?
We
Can indeed.
can you zoom in a little bit?
I can.
Thank you.
So there's the door in. Okay, bar
Okay.
obviously. This is the table where the code boys are, the baby faces.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So I mean, you can pick this table or this table, Becky.
I would like. I don't want that door behind me. So, did you say? Sorry, did the two on the left? Was it
These two
Yeah.
here, yeah.
these two? Yeah. Okay. I will sit on the bottommost chair.
There.
That one there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and you sit like everyone else, hunched over your drink as you.
I feel at this point I need a rimmed hat to tilt it down slightly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The long
The only
pipe.
door. The only door you can see is in this back room. Oh, there's one here and one actually over in the corner. But that one has a toilet sign on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so a few minutes passes and you sip at your drink. It tastes a little bit oily, to be quite honest. Like it's been contaminated with just the general filth in the air.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
The
alcohol will kill most of the germs.
Yeah, probably. And a few minutes later, as the noise from the Cloud Boys table seems to pick up a bit, as they start jeering and laughing at this man even louder, your two friends push through the door into the cantina and was confronted by the same scene as just described.
Okay,
Okay.
so Gaius is definitely going
Sorry,
to. Do you want me to remove the screen because I can?
No, that's okay. That's
Okay.
right. I will just minimize that for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Gaius is definitely gonna act really quite blottoed, and he is going to, like, if there are any stools at the bar, he's going to deliberately move them out of the way if there's any patrons, just because he wants, a specific bit at the bar.
Yeah, well, you can say there's some stools at the bar, maybe a couple of people just slumped over. Yeah, this
smells like piss in here.
The only other table free in here is here, by the way. Sorry, carry on, Jason. I'm going to interrupt you.
Yeah. No, because so he just kind of shouts things like,
Sorry, I thought
piss
that's where the obvious gangsters were.
Yeah.
No, it's the other table. That one.
That's the Cloud Boys. You said obvious gangsters, and then you said a bunch of posh people.
That is the.
Oh, they're the same ones, right? Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm
so nice
trying.
Table just for us is free.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going obnoxious bar, but on the other way around, like too posh for this place.
Oh my god!
As in, I'm approaching the bar, but I'm not touching anything,
Right.
and asking for a drink that doesn't taste like his mother's fist.
Yeah, but Lothos, I've heard they do some really good that really strong shit, and I just sort of lean over. You know what I mean? You're really strong liquor. Makes the back of your throat burn.
Oh, you want the good stuff? Oh, right.
Yeah. And
don't tell anyone you got it here, he says, and he starts pulling a couple
only
of shorts.
if you don't. And I slide quite a few coins, like, an extra tip sort of thing to him.
And he sort of like feels the weight of it in his hand and goes off quite happy. Yeah, what you've got is like nearly
You see,
pure
that was that
ethanol.
Musgrove Swan.
What?
Okay.
Ethanol.
Pure ethanol.
Wow.
It's pretty strong and pretty tasteless, to be honest. But it's quite. And the sound from the Clayboys table reaches a quite a large, quite a loud crescendo, and one of them in like a red padded jacket, almost like quilted fencing vest almost. Shouts at the man, who falls to his knees and puts his hands together and starts pleading with them, obviously over some money he can't actually repay. Then his right knee just explodes in blood as this person, this red fencing vest, lifts a gun up from under the table, slowly smoking from its barrel.
Oh, that's just grim.
He falls on the floor, clutching his ruined knee, screaming. And there are only a few curious glances. The rest of the patrons show no reaction.
Yeah, I mean, that's about order of the day, I assume.
There's a big laugh from the baby faces as he screams aloud.
I just watch them in contempt. That's no way of doing business where I'm from.
And they said, where are you from?
Would you like to know?
And this is
Of
Arab.
course,
Ignore him. He doesn't want to be here. He's all prim and proper because back home we have metal chairs.
Of course, I don't want to be here. You said
He's just got a bit of a culture shock.
You said come to this planet. They got fancy stuff to do, fancy places to see, and you led me in this shithole.
And entertainment. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, we got entertainment. Yes, we do.
I mean, I was gonna get some money and set it on fire in front of the guy, but this is better.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting jesters, to be honest.
The table goes sort of quiet, and the guy with the gun stands up and starts walking towards you across the floor. When he gets level with the guy on the floor, he says, "You find this entertaining, do you?" And he puts his gun back into his holster.
Well, we get that the guy obviously owed you money, but I mean, we're just standing here watching, and we have sports like this back at home.
Then he pulls out a knife, quickly kneels, and jams his blade into his midriff like 5 or 6 times.
Well,
Sorry, his own midriff, or
into the guy on the floor.
Okay.
The narrow-bladed knife sort of like as it comes back out, sort of spatters blood up into the air, arcing through the air, and down again and back up, and repeatedly into the gut, leaving him to bleed to death. And the others at the table start laughing again, and finish their drinks, and shouts to the barman, "Well, you better start cleaning up."
Are these guys mental, Gaius?
Thorough. I think I'd use the word thorough.
I mean, if that bloke owed them money, why did they kill him? How they're getting their money back? That's an idiotic way of doing business.
Well, if anything, it was him that was the idiot. He should have just paid them.
Well, he wasn't going to pay us. That's the problem, he says. What do you know about doing business?
I'm sorry, I didn't get what you said, Phil.
He said that he wasn't going to pay. That was the problem.
Oh, yeah, so you just kill him. I mean, you didn't have anything to blackmail him? Any work he could have done for you? I mean, that's just stupid.
There's nothing he could do for us. An example
No.
is more useful to us.
I mean, you do you.
But what do you know about business?
What do I know about business? I assume that if people like you don't know what kind of business I do, I'm doing my business right.
Are you here to do business?
Hopefully, I'd much rather doing business than getting my kneecaps blew off. Are you willing to talk like gentlemen, or you are going to threaten me and my associate here?
He puts his hands out and says, "Hey, always willing to do business. Just pay your bill."
Yeah.
See, Lothos, they're honest people.
I'm going to pay the barman just throwing cash on the bar. I hope that's enough, and throw a handful of bills on the counter.
He'll just scrabble it all away. And he says, "So, are you here to talk business or just to flash your money around? Waste it for no reason?"
Oh, that much? That much is not a waste. That's my minute allowance. It's not really loss. I mean, money is just a value that lowlives give to what they cannot possess. I'm
What do you
trying
mean,
to
low
do.
lives?
Hmm?
What do you mean, low lives? He says.
I'm
Well,
not
the
talking
people
about you.
who come in here that get wasted every night and just sit alone.
People
Whereas
begging
you're here
for
for a
money on the
purpose.
street, people that go to their 9 to 5s, try to pay the mortgage. Those are lowlives. You, of course,
Yeah.
are not.
Well, if you want to talk business, you better buy some drinks and come and sit at the table. I'm sure
Oh,
the
yeah.
bar pig, he shouts over, will have this place cleared up in no time.
I just look at the barman and nod at him. I'm not ordering. He must have understood the assignment because, of course, I don't explain myself and I just go and sit with them.
Some more of that lovely golden nectar.
And please actually clean those glasses. Filthy
And
animal.
when he comes over with a small tray and glasses, you'll pour the drinks. And then the cloud boy you've been talking to will say, just leave the bottle.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds
Again, it's
good.
just money.
So he says, what brings you into our little part of the hive?
I mean, we are
Oh.
told if we were about to do some serious business, we should have come here and talking to some sort of, what was the name? Baby faces, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's us.
Well, so of course we are off to a great start. You see, in my home world, because of course I'm from off planet, I achieved everything I could achieve. And I was informed about some sort of next level business that could have been done on your planet. And I want to get my hands in that.
How did you hear about us then, if you're from off planet?
I mean,
Oh, word gets around.
yeah, and also a magician never reveals its secrets. That's
What
how
is
I
it
do
you're after?
business.
What? You got drugs? Gambling?
Oh, come on, don't insult me. And I just slam my fist on the table. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, huh? Drugs? Women?
Oh, I don't know who we're talking to. You haven't introduced yourselves, but you seem to know what you want. You haven't told us what it is.
Do you Are you sure we are in the right place, Gaius?
Yes,
mean-
yes, we are. Let's just be pleasant.
Then you do some sort of talking because I am getting pissed.
Okay, fine. And I just sort of slowly push the bottle towards him. As my good friend just said, my name is Gaius, and this is Lothos. We we're more friends than colleagues, but we do have our own businesses off-world.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
associate is not some sort of insult.
So, what is it you want, though? What business have you got?
Something exotic. Xeno-related.
Immediately, they all sort of, their demeanor sort of changes, and they've all become more serious. And they said, what Xeno-related stuff are you referring to? How do you come to us with this? Why are you asking us about Xenos material? Have you got any credentials or any? You come to us with no introduction and start talking about Xenos material?
Fuck.
I'm trying to remember the name of it as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember this fucking name. Oh fuck.
Which name?
The man that carved his eyes out.
Lars.
Gideon.
Lars Gideon.
Lars Gideon.
Lars Gideon.
All right, I guess the cat's out of the bag. We are long distance friends with some. I assume it was like a client of yours. I mean, they told us he was a client of yours. That's why we approached him, didn't we, guys? Lord Gideon.
Gideon?
He should have mentioned us.
That
I mean,
fucking idiot.
I'm taking it up with him if he didn't.
That fucking idiot shouldn't be speaking about this to anybody.
He does have loose lips after a few drinks.
Wow. If you know Gideon, then you've probably got money.
Of course
we do.
have money.
We have more
Do you
than
have
he does. Also because he's dead.
What is it you're looking for? Anything particular?
I mean, as I mentioned before, we are just trying to get into this sort of trade, because as we told you, we achieved almost everything we could have achieved in our home planet. So we tried to broaden our horizons.
Well, you don't want it for personal use. You want to actually start.
He pressed the leave studio button again. Why does he keep doing this?
Because
Yeah, no,
it
I don't
looks
know.
I suppose
like
it's
the close button for the present.
Maybe it's because it's close to the taskbar.
No,
Okay.
it's because it looks like the close button for when you're screen sharing. It's always closing a screen share when people do it.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's a pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, what's the saying? Oh,
We've
so
moved.
you don't want it for you don't want it for personal use. You want to trade.
Mm-hmm. Not everything has to be for personal use. We like to research, study, as well as try
Also,
it out on others.
Also, we are paying. So what is it with you? The use that we make of it?
Well, we might get a few bits and pieces, he says, but I don't think we're going to get enough if you want to trade in the stuff to.
Well, trade for
keep
now.
supplied.
But like I said, if we're studying, if we're trying it out, then You know, we can remain in contact with each other, and you will, of course, be rewarded the royalties.
Yes, of course.
Well, maybe we could do something for you. Maybe we can.
I
It's
really
gonna
hope you
cost
can do. Otherwise, we have wasted our time and yours.
Mm.
Yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of money.
Again, money is not an issue. Please stop referring to this filthy concept.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you want to, we can set something up for you. We'll set something up. We get 15% off the top.
Which is?
Well, it depends what it is you want to buy. I mean, things will vary. The larger, more exotic the item, the more money it's going to cost. But whatever it is, we get 15%. So whatever it is you buy.
What's the largest thing you can get for us quite pronto?
Largest thing. Well, that would depend.
Yeah, let's go big or go home.
There's a new shipment coming in soon that might have some different things in it. What's on board at the moment, I can't say, but I can guarantee it'll be interesting. As you know from talking to Gideon.
Okay.
Yeah, listen.
Looks like a good promising start.
Yeah, listen. We are here to do some serious business. You said a shipment is coming. I want to do like some sort of those. How they're called? Personal chefs do at markets. They go early in the morning at the docks and they choose the most precious cargo to get to their restaurants.
Oh, have a little peruse.
Before anyone else can do, you'll get 20% off top.
Lothos isn't going to taste it, don't worry.
If you can arrange this sort of meeting, you'll get a bigger cut of the cake. Again, money is not an issue.
That's a bit more problematic because we're not bringing it in.
Oh, is someone bringing the goods?
Got a middleman.
We're distribution.
You don't like to get your hands dirty. I appreciate it.
But obviously, if you want to do what you want to talk about, then that's going to take a bit of setting up. Obviously, seeing you know Gideon, and we're talking business now. That's going to go a long way with my connections.
How long?
Let me see. Give me 24 hours to come back here again.
We are giving you 12. I don't have time to lose. It's either you get the money or somebody else does.
There's you can try, but there's no one else bringing this stuff in.
Oh, so there's an exclusive of yours. Okay. I mean, you got the dagger by the handle.
I will try.
Okay. So let's see you in 12 hours here.
12 hours.
Okay.
Oh, it's been lovely, gentlemen. See you in 12 hours then.
Okay. So are you gonna actually leave the screaming wheel?
Yeah.
I think as a persona I am. And maybe if we got here cases as we wanted to do, we are just communicating to Reja that we are meeting somewhere further, but not that far, so that she can actually reach us. But if she wants to stay there and linger a little bit longer in order to eavesdrop what they're saying.
Yes, I shall do exactly that.
Okay, so as the Gaius and Lothos leave, the one you've been talking to beckons the other one closer. He whispers to him, and he gets up and moves to the door to follow you out.
Okay,
He
so
opens the door, checks first, and sorry.
So is it just the guy in the red jacket that's leaving then?
No, he's staying. He's going to get somebody else to follow those two.
Okay. Well, I shall whisper into my communicator discreetly that they're being followed.
Okay, so discreetly,
By
can
the
I
one on
stealth
the
roll?
right or whatever. Stealth, yes, you can. You can have that. If I remember how this works. So that is AG based.
Yeah.
AG is their agility 31. So that clearly needs some boosting.
Okay, so yeah,
I will say, based on the map, I'm actually a fair way from them.
you are. Go on, that's 10. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to put one of those point things, fate points.
Fate points. Okay, yeah, that's another 10.
Okay, so that will get me to 51. That's still 50-50. It's not.
It is still
ideal.
50-50. I can give you, I mean, obviously you thought about having a concealed microphone, so I'll give you an extra 5 for that.
Okay, 56. What if I go to the loo to do it?
They have a loo?
There was.
Yeah,
It was on the map.
It's on the back. Yes,
Oh! Was it now?
There's only one, though. It's only one stall.
So?
I know you didn't describe anyone going in or out. I can go in, close the door,
Yeah,
and whisper discreetly.
You can. Okay, so you don't actually need to roll for that.
Yes, I'll get the fate point back.
Okay, so yes, you get a crackle in your communication and the information that you're being followed.
Okay. Well, my instinct is just to keep up appearances, so I'm gonna say something like, all right, Lothar, since you hated that shithole, let's have you pick the next place.
Mm.
And
As you
sort
reach
of
the end
raising
of
my
the-
eyebrows.
As you reach the end of the catwalk, over to the back from the screaming wheel, there's a bit of a pedestrian roadway in front of you, going off left to right, and there's a line of like workman bars stretching off into the dim distance of the street.
Yeah, we can start walking that way to see if something fancies our eyes.
Yeah. So someone leaves the bar behind, whether you actually look back to have a look or not, and disappears into the crowds behind you somewhere.
Are we getting a cab?
We could do. Although out of character, I can apparently move really well through crowds anyway. I basically ignore movement, so I can slip away quite quickly if I need to. We could
leave your friend behind, or
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
Well, you could use
I
it
don't
to
know.
slip around behind, couldn't you? And then.
Yeah.
But I would suggest the best thing to do would be to call a very overpriced car, keep up appearances, and exit stage left. But
Yeah,
I'm not
like
there, so ignore me.
Like an Uber exclusive, or what's the equivalent of this planet? Yeah,
Well,
but
I mean,
I'm more keen on keeping up the charade and calling, of course, some car with a driver to have us drive around, because we don't walk. I'm too valuable. And then we might as well just have a couple laps around the block in order to get back here and pick up Rachel when she's done.
Yeah, we'll say you can whether you call up or whether you know an actual like limo service, or you can desperately call your police contact to arrange something for you. Yes, you can spend your time in another bar or get something from a street side stall to eat while you wait, and in a very short time, a largish vehicle pulls up, suitably expensive. A driver jumps out in a long blue, dark blue coat with gold trimmings that sort of drags through the mud or the puddles as he runs around the side of the car and opens the door for you.
I don't even nod at him. I just get in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, and he runs around the back to the side. He drives off. Can you do me some? Let me see. Is there like a scrutiny, please? 2 scrutiny rolls.
Okay, so I think I'm spending 1 fate points.
Me too.
Did we recharge them? Do we recharge them every session, right?
You do, yeah.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
3 now. So I'm adding 10 to my roll. Scrutiny that goes on. Perception. Okay, it's not too bad. Ooh. That's okay. It's 11 out of 48. So is it like 3 levels of success?
That's really good. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 9 over.
Okay, so
Unlock.
not quite 2 levels.
No. I'm
Okay.
keeping appearances too much. There's no champagne in here. What sort of service is this?
Meanwhile, Giorgio sort of like happens to just casually make it look casual as he spins around with a drink in his hand in the limo, and he sees the cloud boy from the bar standing beside the road watching you get into the car and go off, and he notes down something on his hand.
Ooh.
And,
shall we cut it off and read it?
and he turns away. Back to Becky. What are you doing? You're actually finished in the.
Once I finish in the loo, flush, and don't wash my hands because I think that'll make my hands dirtier here, and I didn't actually use the loo anyway.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, I shall go back to the bar and ask for something a bit stronger because I don't want to drink the drink I just abandoned. So I say, drink 15% and above.
Barley wine.
Yeah, and sit back down at my table and watch them, and again line up my shot and the guy with the red coat directly to his in case I feel like it.
Is that just sort of like a hobby or something you do?
It's habit after he blew the other guy's kneecap off.
Okay.
The whole time in the previous conversation, I was trying to figure out the perfect aim from under the table to discreetly, under this trench coat, point my las pistol at him to aim at his kneecap.
Yeah, you can have your drink. It is a little bit better than last time. You even get some conversation with the barman this time.
I try not to, but yeah, sure. I'll entertain it for a bit, just in case something useful comes out of his mouth.
But no, it's just generally sort of like, not seen you here before. Always nice to have new customers. We'll give you some. Yeah. Okay. And they let you go back to the table. And then after a short time, you see the guy that left come back in, and he goes over to the other two, and they start talking together. You're quite a long way from them, so I don't think across the music as was described in the intro, you could actually hear what they're saying. You could try for a lip read.
If I couldn't hear anything before, then I think I would use the opportunity to take the other table that's closer after getting my other drink.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You sit down there, and he comes in and he sort of says to him, because they hung around for a bit. They made a call, hung around for a bit, and must have called a car. This big thing came with them, came from, picked them up. They seemed to just get in and just drive off. It seemed pretty expensive. I couldn't follow him. I didn't have any way of following him, but I got a number. So the guy in the red vest says, "Oh, well done. Maybe we'll check that out and see if their story checks out. That'll be interesting to see if we can actually make some real cash out of this. We'll see what Hawthorne is getting in the next shipment, and maybe we'll introduce them."
Hawthorne.
I think it's Hawthorne. Let me check. Let me check. Holtzane. Sorry, it's Holtzane. I'll put it in the chat again. Holtzane.
That is an incorrect spelling of Thane.
Holtzane. Yeah. So they talk about this for a while, and the one of the other two, not the one in the red vest, says to him, "Well, Skinner, what are you going to do?" And he says, "Well, I better go and make a call, wouldn't I? See if I can make this arrangement."
I really want to hear that call.
It's going to be pretty twitchy, you should imagine. So he gets up, reaches into his pocket, takes out some sort of communicator, and shouts to the barman, "I'm using the office." And he goes for that door in the back wall.
I'm going to go back to the bathroom, see if I can hear through the wall.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it's something in the dirty glasses that's making you a little bit stomach upset.
Yeah, could be.
But yeah, because actually, as you went in through that door, the storeroom was in front of you, and if you remember it, the bathroom, sorry, the office was off to the side, next to the toilet, actually. So it's a very good.
And I've shut the sound of the music out, so there's a chance. Even if I don't hear it all, I'm hoping I'll pick something up.
I can just do that again quickly. Probably should have. There. So there is the storeroom.
Yes, perfect.
There is the office, and there is the toilet.
Wunderbar.
So good planning. So we're going to need to make some sort of roll as you shut the door.
That's the problem.
What can we roll for this then? Let me see. It's going to be some sort of scrutiny roll, I should assume, because there's no listen.
Scrutiny. Well, that's a -20. And that's perception based, which is 29.
There is awareness as a skill as well, but
I don't have that either, and it's also perception. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not really my forte, but
well, surveillance and stuff.
Try.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
do you have any equipment with you? What was fate point for again? Let me have a quick look up what we can use fate point for.
I've got an aptitude fieldcraft, but I don't suppose aptitudes really help here, do they? That's just what I can learn.
No. So it's re-roll a test, +10 bonus to a test, add 1 point success. Count as having rolled a 10 for initiative, instantly remove D5 damage, instantly recover from being stunned, or remove all levels of fatigue. So you can't use a fate point to.
Okay, well, I'll add a fate
listening
point.
Device
this is a bit wild, but I'll have a fate point to add +10. That gives me a 19% chance. I could then add another fate point to extend it to 29 if necessary.
You don't need, if you're going to add a fate point for that, you need to stake that up front, I'm afraid.
Yeah. So I'm going to blow the 10 to
Yeah.
give me plus 10, and then it said
Okay.
there was another one about adding.
You can,
10.
yeah. There's no limit on fate points you can use, so that's true. Yes, fair enough.
But did it? Sorry, did I hear it as
Yeah,
two separate things? You can add 10
You
to the
can,
roll beforehand,
Yeah,
and then there
adjust
was
it
another
afterwards.
adjust it after.
So you can. Where's my? Here we go. So you can re-roll a test. Add 10 bonus to a test. Must be chosen before the roll.
Okay.
No, you can't. Can you?
No. Okay.
Add one level success to a test.
Oh,
Can be chosen after a roll.
Okay, I'll just add the 10 then. So that gives me a 19% chance. It's 1 in 5.
Okay.
11.
Whoop whoop.
I feel like I've grown as a character.
Okay, so you you go in the toilet, you're looking around, you're sort of like this plastic wall. You don't really want to
Okay.
get.
Glass. Pour it in the loot up against the wall.
Well, I was going to say you didn't really want to get that close to it. But okay, you've got a glass. Yeah, you put a glass up there and you listen. The toilet is strangely quite soundproof, so the actual noise from the bar is quite muffled, so the music is quite low. Obviously you can only hear one side of the conversation, and you say, "Yeah, it's Skinner." No, no. Oh, look, forget that. I've got a proposition for you. I think we've got a couple of likely-looking marks. They're after some illicit Xenos material. I know you've got a shuttle coming in. Yeah, well, I've talked to them. They know Gideon. They know Gideon. Yes, I know he wasn't meant to say anything, but no, look, they seem kosher. They got loads of cash. Well, we had a drink with them, long chat. They seem pretty good. Like I say, if they know Gideon, well, I can see if I can get I can see if I can talk to Gideon about it. But we want to arrange a meeting. They want to have a look through the items you've got coming in. They're setting up a trade-off world, so you might not even have to ship it into Disillusion. You might be able to ship it straight to them, and they can transport it wherever they want. No, it could be worth a lot of money. A lot of money. They're loaded. They're throwing cash around like idiots. Okay. Well, can we do it tomorrow? Oh, that's good. Okay. Where? 3 steaks. Okay. Will do. Yep, thanks, Zach. That's it.
Okay.
Zach.
So the information I got from that I feel is important, and we need to get to our police chief straight away, is the guy's name is Zach Holthane. He's shipping it in via shuttle, and the rendezvous is at 3 steaks. So from that, what I'm hoping is we can identify the venue 3 steaks. I'm going to leave the bar after this. And meet up with the others. So we need to identify the venue 3 steaks. And if our police guy can find out anything he can about Zach Holthane, and we believe he owns a shuttle. So that should help narrow that search down. And yeah, anything he knows about a potential venue called that, because we could bug that out beforehand, get police in the area undercover, all that kind of stuff. Sorry,
Okay.
sanctuaries.
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 Yeah, I'm going to do stop screen share. Yay!
Hooray! He didn't leave.
Right, do you want to take a break there?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get a drink. Okay.
Aye, moved on to tea now. Too late for coffee.
Oh, I've got a coffee.
Cinnamon tea.
I don't drink tea, so.
I never did, but I've discovered I quite like a cinnamon tea at the end of the day. Go for coffee for the
Just
rest of the day.
Yeah, because they're caffeine free, so it's nice to have. I've got
I
some.
can't stand the taste of tea. I mean, it does taste like feet or something.
I have either caffeine free Earl Grey at night, or I've also discovered this really nice green matcha tea that Pucker do, and oh my god, I can't stop drinking it. But that does have caffeine in.
I've just got full fat coffee.
Full fat coffee.
I think he's drinking his coffee white, so he's ruining it with
White
coffee
cow's
flavored
baby milk.
White and caffeinated.
Yeah, see, the milk is for baby calves. It's not meant for humans. The human milk does exist.
Whereas I've got a very Dark Heresy suited drink.
You need to make the most of your wife when she's pregnant for that.
That was a few years ago now. I don't think it was even frozen that long.
I always found it tasted distinctly unpasteurized myself. Got to have a go, haven't you?
How do you remember?
Because I did it as
Don't
an adult.
ask.
Why? What?
You drank breast milk as an adult.
Yeah. Not my mother's. What?
Well, this is something I've never known about you. What, just to try it?
It's something that happens. I can't criticise
I
Becky.
got offered. I thought I'll have a go.
You got offered?
Yeah.
Someone's like, "Oh, I'm currently in breastfeeding season. Do you want some?"
As it were.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Although,
That's a really weird way to ask you on a date.
There was no date.
Why did they offer it to you then? What was the setup?
In a field with alcohol and other illicit substances.
Uh-huh,
A
so-
campfire and
Were you role playing cows or something?
I guess.
Okay.
Well, that's how
You
books
just
are-
missed the wildest thing, George.
That's how books
I have
are written.
learnt something about Becky which I have never known before.
Okay. Which is?
So, apparently,
Ow!
at
Fuck my
some
arm.
point,
Oh, bollocks!
when she was drunk with someone in a field hanging out, she drank their breast milk.
As you do, I guess.
I don't know if strictly drinking sounds more like there was some sort of vessel involved, but I don't
Okay,
think
then
it was.
lapped. I don't know.
Wow. That's
There you go.
oh fuck me. Sorry. Be there in a couple of seconds.
And apparently,
See
The
what you've
Hitchhiker's
done,
Book-
Phil, with your
The
full fat
Hitchhiker's Guide.
coffee.
the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was thought up by Douglas Adams while he was drunk lying in a field in France.
Huh?
I thought you were going to say whilst he was drinking breast milk.
I don't remember where the field was, but it was somewhere in Britain.
Oh, okay.
Well, that narrows it down. A field in Britain.
Yeah.
So obviously,
I used to do a lot of camping
field-
back then.
sorry.
I used to do a lot of camping back then. I don't remember where.
You did actually.
Anyway,
Okay.
Anyway,
I don't
I have
see there's
literally
any-
done the pulp song. Waking up somewhere in a field in Shropshire. I've done that,
I just don't feel there's any smooth transition back into the game now. So I'm just going to go.
No.
So, you talk to your police contact, and he says he's got no knowledge of any guy called Holthane. He could try and check it out, but he's personally not aware of it. Three Stakes, however, is very well known. It's more officially or unofficially called the Three Stakes Rest. And it's an unofficial name given to an ill-delineated area of forlorn, decaying habs, forgotten chambers, and structurally unsound passages and roadways, all connected through collapsing gantries, pressure-sealed hatchways, and tunnels of corroded metal. Though it lies many levels above the generally accepted boundary, Three Stakes Rest is in many ways an extension of the lower hive. Sanctuaries do not patrol there, nor do law-abiding citizens have any reason to visit. There are kilometres of dilapidated tunnels. These are home to maddening dregs, outlaws on the lam, and nests of dangerous vermin. Many gangs use it as neutral territory for conducting business. Although from time to time, one gang or another will attempt to claim it as their own territory, resulting in vicious fighting.
Oh, I just had an idea.
Well, guys just had an idea, and
no, it's a silly idea. It's not a serious one. Don't worry.
Oh, well, I suggest we explore it because this completely screws up any idea I previously had. So.
Oh, I was just thinking, if worst comes to the worst, we could just invoke a full-on turf war and get another gang to fight them.
Right.
For us.
We've got a number of issues. We're going to be deep inside territory where there's no police and no policing, and we're completely at their mercy once inside. We can't surreptitiously have undercover people nearby. Mm-hmm. It's a non-ideal environment. What I'd really like to do is track this Zach Holthane down so that we can arrest him outside of that environment, ideally before the meeting.
Yeah, absolutely.
We could try, if the policeman doesn't know and can't find any record, it could be that he's an off-welder.
I assumed so with a shuttle.
I wanted to. I was thinking if it was worth it to check in with our Inquisition hub.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
See if the name turns up in any databases.
Intel.
Yeah.
Okay, so
if there's a chance we'd die, then they should at least know that information anyway.
Okay, so you check back in with Inquisition headquarters, and obviously you've asked your policeman buddy for his information. So we'll go with Turnbert first. Or Tumbert, is it Turnbert or Tumbert?
Turnbert.
He has no information on the whole thing. He doesn't appear to have been arrested. There's no records from on planet. To all intents and purposes, to the sanctuaries, he doesn't exist.
That's helpful.
Smuggler.
There's no unknown, if you will, shuttle landing at spaceport. No shuttles land in the city. It's just there's just no room for it. So it would have
they be landing in this Three Stakes?
Probably not unobserved. No.
Does the Three Stakes lead to have access to areas beyond that could be landed in unobserved?
Probably not. No, any shuttle coming towards the city will be observed. Meanwhile, Inquisition headquarters, or your Inquisition, of course, comes up with Hulthane is an off-worlder.
Okay.
He is a well-known criminal. He's head of a small smuggling gang. Operate in many different. It's operated, on many different planets. He'd been under the radar. They didn't know where he'd gone. Obviously, you've now turned him up here. He is known to trade in all sorts of goods, and the Inquisition want him shut down as soon as possible.
Perfect.
He's not known to have a shuttle of his own.
Okay.
So they would suggest that he's smuggling items in aboard other shuttles, scheduled shuttles, and paperwork is being altered by somebody.
Yeah. Or bribed to not check properly.
Well, we've got some time, haven't we? So maybe we can use that time to investigate, maybe from the spaceport perspective, see if we can track it that way.
Yeah.
The Inquisition will also say to you as well, he is extremely dangerous.
It's our job.
Yep, it is. Okay.
Woman's got to do what a man has previously failed at.
There's plenty of heretics for all of us.
So what do you want to do then? Do you want to get to the spaceport?
Yeah, I'm wondering if we should interview the customs officers, kind of thing. See if we could get one to crack.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do it as an official thing and like proper intensively put the fear of the Emperor into them.
Presence as Inquisition?
Would a bit, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Fear of the Inquisition at the Emperor itself.
But if we do that, would it blow our cover?
Well, that's what I was just thinking. If he catches wind of it,
Yeah.
he's going to be off this planet just as quick as he landed on it.
Gaia's Voidport is huge. I mean, by the time you possibly interview the right person, the word we've got around what's happening.
Yeah.
So you need a different story. You can go in that route, but you will blow your cover.
Oh.
We lost your show. What's his excuse then? He never wasn't even presented.
He was put off by the giant spaceport.
Obviously.
My bad. I'm sorry.
So,
Now I
yes,
have to
you
move
think
you
it
around
probably
again.
will.
Oi, I belong down there.
Yeah, I'm trying. There we go.
Okay. So yes, if you officially go to the Voidport as Inquisition, then that will probably blow your cover.
I don't think. Yeah, it's not worth it. I can't think of another way to track this guy down before the meeting. I don't want to meet on their terms.
True, because you would need to go through paperwork and stuff otherwise, which means you would have to have a reason to be going through paperwork, and the amount of paperwork is involved as well. It will take quite a while. It's a massive port, massive spaceport.
Yeah, but I can't even think of an alternative approach. Any approach to track Zach whole thing. That we haven't got any other leads other than this gang.
This is me not being very familiar with the setting, but presumably there's no like equivalent of like the live CCTV feed or anything like that. Is there?
What's that thought? We know that a phone call was made to him, and when and from where. Is that traceable on this planet?
Is that traceable? Yes, we can say it would be traceable. You'd probably have to do it during the call, though.
So we'd need to create a scenario for him to make another phone call. We might do it during this meeting you have with him in 12 hours. So maybe we need to get our policeman on a communicator and ready to go to track a call.
Maybe we could insist to speak to this guy directly and make sure he's got what we want.
Before actually
as in
meeting in person.
On a call, yeah.
Let's brief our policeman, tell him what we know and what we're up against and why we're trying to track this guy beforehand so we understand.
Okay.
See what he can put in place.
So he says, it's a very dangerous area to be going into, obviously. Probably the best they can do without alerting anybody is to have a couple of teams ready to go in and track you if you're bugged, effectively. You've got a tracker on you. They can. You go in.
We've got 2 meetings, right? We've got one at the
Screaming Wheel.
Yeah, Screaming Wheel.
Screaming
And
Wheel
then we've got
12
one
hours.
at 3 Stakes.
Yeah.
So yes,
That's
we'll
tomorrow.
carry trackers. What we're hoping is that when we're at the Screaming Wheel, is we might be able to engage in a phone call to Zach Holthane and get his location before we have to go to 3 Stakes. We want to try and get him before that meeting if we can, because we don't ideally want to do it in 3 Stakes.
Okay. Well, you're going to go back to Screaming Wheel in 12 hours anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
we want to be
by the
able to
time-
trace a call during that meeting if we can.
Yeah.
If we can get
Okay, but by the time you can get all that set up, you've contacted Inquisition headquarters. They've got back to you. You talked to the policeman. You set up the wiretap. So it's time for you to go back to the Screaming Wheel. Are all 3 of you going this time?
I'm gonna go as early as I'm available to go.
Okay, so you can get there first.
Same routine, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this time you walk in, it's very similar sort of setup to the last time. There's a guy behind the bar, the same robotic claw. He actually recognises you. It says, you're back. He says, and looks at his watch. He goes, so you've got that short shift. Didn't expect to see you back until tomorrow. But you want the same again?
6%, please. It's the morning.
6%.
It's a pre-work drink, I say.
Yeah, nothing better to get through the day.
And then I'll sit at the table nearest where the gang would sit. I assume they're not here yet.
No, we'll say they're not there if you're. Yeah.
I mean, maybe they are. Maybe they're here all day. But
no, I mean they've. As you sit down on the same table as the last table you were sitting on, next to the table they were, you were sitting down. You had a couple of sips of your drink, and the door bursts open, and the 3 of them, well, 4 of them actually now come in. There's an extra one with them, so there's 4 of them, and they shout at the bartender for drinks, and they go over and sit at the usual table, and laughing and joking and having a great time, and waiting for Lothos and Gaius to turn up.
I'm going to aim at Red Vest guy's knee again under the table.
Are you sitting facing them, or sitting? You're not sitting with the back to them, obviously.
I've got my back to the wall, and I am because of where that table is. I'd actually be side on to them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so yeah, shortly after that happens, in walks our 2 other protagonists. Yeah, what are you going to do? As you walk in, actually, Skinner will stand up again. Oh, Lothos, Gaius, over here. 2 more glasses.
Oh, this is a little early, but I suppose if you insist.
We've got your favourite drink, and there's your bottle of that stuff you're drinking yesterday.
Oh, well.
Oh,
remembered.
well, that's very far from my favorite. That's my favorite beer.
He says, "Oh, good news," he said. We've got a meeting set up for you.
Okay.
We're going to go tomorrow. You'll be able to meet the crew and inspect the goods.
Okay.
Tomorrow, you said.
Yeah.
We did say 12 hours, though.
We agreed on
Wow.
24. Now you're telling us 48.
Well, the shuttle's not coming in until tomorrow. I mean, I could possibly arrange something sooner, but there won't be the range of stuff there.
Mm-hmm. Now your cut is down to 17%.
Well, look, we agreed on 20. It's not my fault the shuttle's not here. I can't do nothing about that.
You promised something and that you didn't deliver. So we retaliate.
I promised I'd set the meeting up in town at 12 hours.
And the meeting is in 48.
Who is the person who is keeping us waiting with the shuttle? Can we speak to them?
Well, I suppose you're going to see him soon anyway. I can ask the question.
No, I want to speak to him directly.
What, face to face?
I mean, if he's available face to face or just a call would be fine. It'd be good to actually get, a gauge of what he's actually got as well.
So who's going to do the talking? You or you? Talking at Lothos and Gaius.
Yeah, Gaius is fine.
Well, okay then. Come with me, he says to Gaius as he stands up. And he walks away towards the back room. He says, using the office.
No.
So
Excellent.
yeah, you walk into the back room, which is a storeroom, and there's lots of stuff in there. Just junk. A lot of it's just junk. Really, there's a few boxes of bottles of drink and stuff, and he leads you into a small office at the back, quite dimly lit. There's a small computer terminal and glow globes and accounts books. It's quite untidy in here. And he says, "Have a seat. I'll make a call." And he pulls out his communicator and dials him up, and it rings for a while. And he says, "Whole thing, yeah. I've got the people that we're going to bring over." He says, "I've got one of them here. Would like to have a chat." He says he wants to maybe get to know you a little bit before you do the deal. He says, "Being a bit cautious." Yeah, okay, I'll hand you over. So he passes you the communicator.
Okay. Hawthorne. Is that what you're called?
Yeah, that's me. What is it you want?
I am one of the two parties who are looking into some of your Xenos goods, but your friend is a little bit vague on the details. We realize that there's a delay with your shipment, which we're willing to wait for if you can entice us with your merchandise. So tell us what you have. We're looking for big things, valuable things, the best you've got, really.
He says, big things aren't always the best things.
But we know that, but clients, they don't always know that. It turns the most heads.
I think I have something here that would interest you, he says. Something that's really quite different.
Okay, keep talking. Which is my intention, to just keep him talking.
Okay. He says, you won't have seen anything like this before. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to say on an open channel what we're talking about, but you're not going to be disappointed. Let me tell you. I must say, I do appreciate you being cautious. It's not the sort of business to be in, being reckless.
Well, indeed, we do have the ability to pay, but we also want to make sure you're legit. Yeah.
Well, I think you want to make sure that we're not legit.
You know what I mean. Legit
I know
in
what
the
you mean.
delivery.
Just a bit of joking around.
In the merge. Can you at least tell me what it does?
Okay, it's should we say it was once attached to something you're interested in?
Can you expand on that?
It was your sphere of interest is Xenos things, yes?
Mm-hmm.
But this used to be attached to the aforementioned interest.
Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes. Yes, a gonad.
It says it's not small. It's let me see. Where is it to? I thought I just saw that.
This is me really hoping that Reggie was getting this information or tracing the call.
Well,
I've
I've
just
given the
lost
signal to trace the call, but I'm not getting the
the
information because I
description.
can't hear it.
I've just lost the description I was just looking at. What the hell? That is ridiculous, isn't it? I was just looking directly at it, and now I can't see it.
Sorry, Phil, I realise I'm asking a load of questions.
No, of course you should be. But that is just fucking ridiculous. Okay, I've got it. I don't know why I couldn't see that. It's just yes, he said, I understand Gideon, you're a friend of Gideon.
Yes.
Yeah, so that little item he has a very strange effect on this item, to be quite honest. It's
Oh, okay.
he didn't have the money to buy both at the same time. But yeah, it's interesting. I think you won't be disappointed.
Okay, so another one in a collection of sorts, but obviously you have the more superior item.
It definitely is a superior item.
Okay. Okay. Yes, consider us interested.
A number of things similar to your friend's item, but all small items.
And did they react with the other item?
They do.
Okay.
They were discovered together. Should you want more? We could talk prices. But I think you'll be extremely interested.
We'd certainly like to take a look at your prized possession, and yes, we'll certainly consider any additions if we think it's good enough.
And if you're obviously, if you're happy with that, and you're willing to wait till the actual next ship that comes in, there will be many items. We've also been able to.
What sort of timescale are we talking? We want
another
to
is coming in
quite quickly.
You can come and see this now if you'd like. and the shuttles will be in tomorrow, so we should have that within half a day of the shuttle landing.
Now you say. Well, what's your location?
Well, the baby faces know where we are.
Uh-huh. And would they take us to you if we asked them?
If you want to put Skinner back on the line, I'll have a word.
Pass the receiver back.
He says, well, that seems to be going quite well. Yeah? No? Okay. Right, okay, fair enough. No. I'm getting 20%. Okay. Oh, right, he says. So, you want to see it now, so we're off. Go and grab your mate, and we'll arrange some transport, and yeah, we'll get going.
Okay.
So he leaves the back room, goes to the table. He says, "You come with me." Pointing to one of his guys, and he says, "Get the car, meet us across the road, ASAP." So he says, "Have you got some money as sort of like goodwill to show that they're showing you what you've got, what they've got? Are you showing them what you've got? Just a little bit up front to."
Yeah, I flashed them something.
Of course, we got something. We're not amateurs.
Okay, well, let's go to the car then. We'll leave immediately.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna leave the bar, having finished my early drink, and get to my motorbike as quick as I fucking can. Meanwhile, see if I can raise the detective on the comm. Did you get a location? Because it seems they're going now.
Yeah, he says. He says, yes, we've got that. We've traced them. They kept on the phone. They kept on the call for a nice long time. We've got them. They are at 3 stakes.
They're there already.
You know where?
Okay.
3 stakes.
Yeah, there's they're sort of like on the western section. They're calling to a small hab block on the western section.
Are you able to get a team together to go in loud if need be?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I should
We have
arrange that.
no idea how many we're coming up against.
No, that's fine. We should be able to get something together as soon as possible. We'll get a tax squad together or something.
I want Hawthorne in captivity, and the rest I don't care about.
Okay, so yes, you walk across the bridge to the waiting car, Georgia and Jason, and Skinner gets in the front. You get in the back, and he says, "Don't suppose you've ever been to 3 stakes? Did you just stick with us? Don't go wandering off."
We'll try not to.
It's
But
not
you
a
know
nice
us,
ride.
if there's a nice bar, we might get tempted. But
Yeah,
obviously
we'll
be
try
focused on the
to.
match.
We'll of course try to resist the urge.
There won't be any bars.
Okay.
He says, he obviously, I forgot you're off world. He said, there's nothing there. It's just empty. It's old machinery. It can be quite dangerous.
So why should we be wandering off?
Well, I'm just saying, don't wander off. If you see something interesting, just be careful. Some of the additional tunnels are booby trapped as well. Hawthorne is a very cautious fella.
So boring.
So you travel to Snake's Rest, 3 Stakes Rest, followed, I assume, by...
Yeah,
Brum.
so I obviously won't have, unless our communicators are open,
Well, it could be if you want them to be. That's up to you.
Really, because then I can act on information like there's booby traps
Mm.
and tell them that to what they call the cops.
Sanctuary.
That's it. Sorry.
The sanctuary.
I should, given we've traced the location, I should be able to make my own way there and not have to follow them. So that was my hope until I heard about booby traps, and now I'm reconsidering that.
Have you all got? You've got trackers. You did that bit. Did you? You've all got trackers.
Yeah.
Okay. So you could follow them even at a relatively big distance, so you don't get spotted. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is quite a trip. You're quite a long time driving through traffic. The scene outside is very desolate. It's very depressing. It's all factories and trudging workers, and you sort of like this area gets more and more run down. There's less and less people until you suddenly realise you've not seen anybody for quite a while. And you start heading towards a section of factories to the east on the east side of Three Stakes Rest. And Skinner will say that there's going to be you'll be meeting in a large chamber in this crumbling manufactorum. It's going to be quite echoey, large. There's going to be a lot of some machinery, so just to have you aware of what you're going into. Don't worry about it; it's all fine. So yes, the car pulls up outside of this big manufacturer, and they both get out and lead you into this big entranceway, and you walk down some huge tunnels, obviously made for big transport machines. There's rubble over the floor. They couldn't have brought the car in because there's just too much crap in the way. You're constantly walking around pieces of metal and concrete and plasteel and all sorts of things. You enter a huge hall. Above you, there are gantries and cranes. There's chains hanging down. There are large slits in the walls where the very pale light shines through, lighting big sections across the floor. Again, this place is full of rubble. There's big machines standing around the walls. For what use they were, you have no idea. Skinner sort of stops. He says, "We'll wait here. Whole thing will let us know when he arrives." So he sort of sits down on this lump of plasteel. He says he won't be long.
Did you say they've gone to the east of the city? Because the location was traced to the west of the city.
East of the Three Stakes, yeah.
Okay. So obviously I relay that to the police. So it looks like his base is in the west of the city. Maybe you want two teams, one for the west, one for the east, hit both at once.
Okay. So so he says, what he says. You see a light appearing across the other side of this big hall, and three people walk across through some shadows and across a big stretch of this illuminated floor. You see one man walking in front, and you see two people coming behind carrying something. Skinner jumps up and walks forward. Says, "Whole thing, here's our friends. Let's introduce Lothos and Gaius." And whole thing stops a little bit away. He says, "Nice to meet you. I talked to one of you on the communicator."
Yes, that was me. Nice to
we
see a face associated with your voice.
Yeah, you too, he says. I've brought the interesting item. I think this will pique your curiosity. It's going to be expensive if you want it.
I've been dying to see it. Let's have a look.
And they put this this metal box down on the floor and flip the clips on it and open up the lid. Are you walking over and looking in?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk over...
I'll try not to get too close, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of follow Lothos's lead of how close he gets to it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, I mean, you're going to have to get to see over the lip into the box. You have to go a little bit forward. Whole thing flips on the torch and shines it into the box for you. And what you can actually see is this large alien hand. It's like 3 fingers to this hand. The middle one is long. Each one of the 3 is clawed, and it's cut off sort of like mid forearm. So it's sort of like there up, and it's sort of like maybe 3 feet long. This section, with the fingers being like this sort of length each.
Okay.
And it sits there mummified in the bottom of this box. He said, "What about that then? Told you wouldn't be disappointed."
Well, it's not entirely what I was expecting, but it's certainly intriguing.
Mm-hmm, I can tell.
And he says, obviously, it's old. It's practically mummified. But look at this. He reaches into his coat and pulls out a cube, very similar to the sphere that other guy had. And as he walks near it, the hand moves and twitches and the fingers curl, like it's trying to grab it. So he said, thousands of years after it's died, it's still not dead.
If there's, you said there was some like rubble everywhere and stuff, so
yes, there is. There's crap all over the floor. Yeah,
so I quite like to pick up a small rock or maybe like a rod or something and just toss it to the mummified arm, see if it catches it.
No, it doesn't. Careful you don't damage it.
Well, I was hoping it would catch it.
It only reacts to other Xenos items.
I see. Well, what do you think, Lothos?
Well, it is certainly a specimen. But then again, how much money we're talking?
200,000 for this. And if you want the cube of it, 250.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair price. Okay, so I assume we will collect this tomorrow once we have all the money required.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to bring the exact amount with you.
Of course we don't. We are not stupid.
So you come back tomorrow and we can do a deal.
And who tells us you won't be leaving with the money we are giving you now?
We're not going anywhere. I'll tell you that. This is way too profitable a business just to leave with the bit you've got on you.
What do you think, Gaius? Do you trust this man? You spoke with him on the phone?
We've got deliveries to make.
I'm not speaking with you, sir.
I trust him, Lothos. At least for now.
How long is the team's in position?
Yeah,
I'm fishing in my pocket any amount of quids
Okay.
we were able to obtain.
Yeah. So, is Becky? Are you sending the team in? Are you?
I'm asking if both teams are in position.
Oh, okay. You'll get a yes to that.
Okay. Right. In that case, no. I'm going to wait until Lothos and Gaius are, until people are leaving. So 'cause I don't. They're at the moment they're too exposed.
Yeah.
So I won't send them yet. But as long as I know they're in position, I know I can call go whenever.
Okay. So, Lothos, you've given them the cash.
Yeah, I'm giving him I don't know what a reasonable amount of money to travel around.
20, 30,000 on you, maybe?
Yeah, that might work just as a upfront payment.
Okay, he doesn't even count it. He just passes it back to the person behind him who takes the money from him.
Mm-hmm.
And as this person at the back reaches forward, his coat sort of like opens as he raises his arm. You can see he's got a las rifle strung inside his coat.
Well, I also have a las rifle. Pretty much everyone and their mothers has a lance rifle around here.
I got a last pistol.
Yeah, I only got a pistol.
Oh yeah, wait.
But it's an Iron Will repeater, 3rd edition.
Ooh.
So, right, Skinner will take you back, and we'll see you again tomorrow then.
All right.
Unless you want to
Counting
come,
down the hours.
unless you want to come the day after when we actually got everything.
No.
Like I said, we're quite impatient to get started.
Okay, tomorrow it is. Get the cash. Number
Again, we're
200
not amateurs.
Number 220,000.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the price we agreed on.
Done. He says. He puts his hand out.
Yeah, I'm not touching it.
I'll give it a shake. Just like a light shake.
He shakes your hand, and as he turns away, and the people behind him close into the box, and he turns back and says, "Snake, when you go out to the bar, buy him a drink on me." Snake, Skinner, sorry.
The moment there's a bit of distance between Lothos and Gaius, I'm going to send the teams in. And my first intent is to shoot the red jacket guy in the knee.
You're going in as well, are you? Okay. So as they turn and then you start walking back out, how far are you going to let them out before? Obviously, if they go too far out, they'll see you coming in.
I just want about 5 seconds to increase the range between Hawthorne and my guys. I appreciate I can't get them away from Skinner, which is why my first intent is to shoot Skinner.
Okay. So, yes, they do that. And if you want to, obviously, you've got surprise. If you want to do a shoot blow on Skinner.
Yeah. Now, I've got a number of, what are they called? Talents and traits. So the weapon training...
You won't get ballistic skill.
Oh, that just means I've got
Weapons
Hammer
training
and Emperor,
give you
so I can re-roll damage. I'm sorry, just checking what I've got. Expert of Violence, Fate Point substitutes Wisdom or Ballistic Skill for degree of success on attack test. I don't really understand that, but okay. So I guess it'll be ballistic skill. What?
You've got skill in. What was it?
So that's 30. So ballistic skill.
Your ballistic skill, but what skills do you have? Did you have? You had one that you said was.
No, these are talents and traits. So I've got weapon tech, which increases potency of advanced weaponry. Weapon training, las low tech.
Okay, so you get 10 points for that.
Damage related. All right, 10 points for weapon training. Okay. Expert of Violence means I can, with fate points, I can substitute weapon skill or ballistic skill for degrees of success on attack test. I don't know what that means. I can spend a fate point and automatically do a level of success.
Okay.
Is that what it means? A fate point
Yes, I think it
substitutes
does.
weapon skill or ballistic skill for degree of success on attack test. So if
Yeah.
I spend a fate point, I have hit to a degree of
hit.
success or
Yeah.
1. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to start with that as the opening shot just to thin out Skinner.
And you're aiming at his knee specifically.
Yes, and I
Okay.
succeeded by 1 by spending a fate point.
Okay. So yes, all of a sudden this big shot rings out, echoes around the room. His knee gets blown apart and he crumples forward, clutching at his ruined knee, screaming.
Later, I'm going to stab him 6 to 7 times.
Very literal, wasn't it? Yes, Hawthorne and his two friends sort of start running towards the nearest cover, which would be like one of these big machines or something, or a big pile of rubble. Your team rushes in, and let me see. I've got a roller up here, haven't I? Oh, don't do it again.
God, tonight it's just everyone's a quitter.
Yeah.
I'm not. And neither
Well,
are
I
you,
am.
babe.
Thank God you're not. You created the
Streaming
stream.
professionals.
Yes,
Well, yes.
most definitely.
I've done it plenty of
Yes.
times when cancelling a screen share, though.
Okay, so that's.
Will you stop pressing the wrong button?
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to.
It's the pressure.
Why is
High
that-
pressure environment.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Roll. Okay, 52.
Hope you don't claim you're good at that at job interviews.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
So, 52 is a miss. Okay, so as your team rushes in, a section of floor next to the first one in explodes in dust and rubble as there's a flash from up on the gantry.
Uh-huh.
So we have some initiative, please. Is there an initiative roll, isn't there?
There is something for initiative you'd made us do last time.
Where is it?
Yes.
Is it?
That was
Oh,
fine.
yeah. Is it? Just your dex?
Isn't it to do with your agility modifier? Then you add that to
D10 or
D10.
something.
Yes, something like that, isn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay.
Agility plus what?
Agility bonus plus a D10.
That's a D10. Okay.
Oh, I think. Oh, yeah,
Believe.
that's right. I think what D10. Ooh, okay.
Oh fuck me.
That's as good as I can get.
Yeah, that's as
Agility
worse as I can get. I got
D10.
4. Oh yeah, I'm writing it down.
Agility bonus plus D10. Oh, that was a 10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's any consolation, Georgia. That's what I got last time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I
So-
feel you.
So it's then it's Gaius, then
Snap out of character, Lothos.
Jill, then Lothos.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so
Now, this is going to be like the episode of South Park where you're in character until the end.
okay, so 1, 2, 3, or 4. That one, roll that. 2. So, okay, Regia, there. Either Hawthorne or one of his guards shoots at you.
Who?
You,
Me. Okay.
Regia, shoots at you. Yeah. So let me see. I need to do that again. D100, and they roll a 24, which is going to be a hit, I think, isn't it?
Okay.
Unless you
where I
want to
get-
try and dodge.
Well, I may as well attempt that. It doesn't impede me in any other way, does it?
No.
No. Okay. In that case, I'll make an attempt, but I don't have the skill, so it's only 11%. So
That's
that would
manageable.
have failed. I do have some things that become relevant. Though.
Okay.
Iron Jaw, so I test toughness to overcome stunning if that happens. And unless they're a mutant, I think that's it actually.
Physical combat. I'm just trying to find where the. There we are. That's a whole. Woundedness 3. So the damage is going to be.
I've got armor of 4 on all locations.
Oh, okay. Armor of 4. Hands. Okay, 8 points of damage. So you receive 4.
Ooh, okay, and that goes in the wounds, does it?
It does. Now, shall we try a random roll for hit location?
Sure.
Do you want to roll a d100?
It's about to
Okay.
get ugly.
86 is my left leg. So
Your
do I have to
left
write
leg.
the 4 in that, do I?
You do.
And also in my wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Righty ho.
Okay. So,
Did you say Skinner shot? No, Hawthorne shot me.
Yeah, Hawthorne.
yes.
Okay, I'm going to put a fate point on his knee when it's my go then.
Oh, Hawthorne or one of his 2 people. You don't know which.
Okay.
Okay. So, guys.
Yes, so I'm basically going to use a couple of talents in this move. So first I've got quick draw, and I can also move and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get all that done in a single action. My intention is to try and move closer to Hawthorne, but deceptively, as if to appear like I'm, I don't know, diving for cover or hiding, but it just happens to be close to him rather than actually getting closer in order to shoot him properly, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm going to
you're not-
feign hiding, diving for cover, but actually my intention is to get a bit closer to him and shoot him.
Okay. So, the dex roll on that, I suppose, is it? You're not actually shooting this turn, I mean.
Well, ideally, yes, because I've got the move and shoot, so I
You
can
can move and shoot. Okay.
shoot. I
if
can
you
do a
wanna
standard attack, just one, after a move action.
Okay, then. If you can roll me a d3 a second.
Oh. Yes, I can.
Oh, that's right. There's different attack types that give us bonuses, aren't there?
That's a 3.
That's a 3. Okay, so you can roll me an attack.
Lovely.
Roll. So if I pull that window out, it'd be easier, wouldn't it?
Oh, fucking hell. Okay, so my ballistic skill is 50. I rolled a 3.
Okay, I rolled an 83 for his dodge, so you've hit him by a big margin. So that's several successes on that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Remember,
Damage.
we want him alive.
Well,
actually,
yes.
3 wasn't Hawthorne. I'm sorry.
Oh. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to do a Ronnie. I'm not going to beat someone to death.
So, if you roll your damage, what's your pistol? You got a last pistol, you said? Or a last rifle?
It's a D10 plus 2E, whatever that means.
E's the damage type, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
yeah, but I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
Energy, is it?
Yeah, I do believe it was energy rather than
Yes,
raw.
energy. Yeah, energy. That's right. It is.
Okay, that's 7 in total then.
7 in total. Do you want to roll me a d100 for hit location?
Serpent Fleur. That is 76. So,
76, right leg.
right leg.
So that's 7 in the right leg.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Right. No, Regia.
Okay. So
You've
my
got-
rate
you've
of
got-
fire is
So I was
listed
going to
as
say you've got the guy on the gantry, you've got Hawthorne and his two people, but they're in cover. You'll have to maybe take pot luck at who you hit there.
no. I was going to start with my rate of fire is S/2/dash. What does that mean?
S single shot,
Mm-hmm.
2 shots, or no shots. So you don't
Right.
you've got single shot or 2 shot.
And what's the attack bonuses with each?
Attack bonuses. So what are you using? Sorry.
A las pistol. So
Your
based on
las
an attack. So if I'm attacking a single target, what's the bonus? What's the bonus with attacking 2 type thing or penalty?
Yeah, so it's like what do you call it? Cthulhu, where you don't get so more bullets you fire, the less accurate it is.
Yeah. So I recall from the manual, there are different ways of attacking, and you've got bonuses. Like it isn't just your skill; you've got bonuses based on the type of attack you chose.
What type of attack are you choosing?
I don't know what they are, so
Right, I mean, you can do accurate, which gives you a +10, for instance.
Okay.
Blast, which doesn't apply to what you've got. Concussive, corrosive flame.
So, an accurate would be the single shot, would it?
Accurate would be single shot, +10 to hit if used with basic weapons. Adds +1d10 damage per 2 extra successes to a max of 2d10 when firing a single shot.
But that attack type can only be used with single shot, can it?
Yes, single shot. Yes, that's single shot.
Okay. What attack types can be used with the 2 shots?
There we go. I was going to the bottom of the page. There's this thing there. Vengeful, one of the twin links, bonus twin link plus damage to hit. Uses ammunition 2 or more. I'm not sure about twin linked. It could be twin
I'll
linked.
assume it's a +0.
Spray. There's spray, which is
spray.
Weapon projects a 30-degree arc or cone out to a weapon's range. No roll to hit. All creatures in path must make a challenging +0 agility test or be struck.
Oh, that would get Gaius and Lothos. So, all right.
Yeah, that probably. So that's point blank range. Point blank. There is one called Twin Linked, which is a +20 bonus to hit and uses twice as much ammunition. 2 or more degrees of success inflicts 1 additional hit. Reload time is doubled.
Okay, let's do that then. So 2 shots at the same target, but it rolls as a single roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use my last fate point. And Hawthorne is going down, preferably on his legs.
Okay, you've got your same bonuses as you had last time because you got +10 for.
+10. Well, I'm using the fate point to auto hit with a level of success.
Oh, okay,
which
sure. Yeah.
Was it?
Okay.
Does that give me the bonus damage?
Yes, it does give you bonus damage. You're talking about twin link now, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, +20 bonus to hit, and uses twice as much. 2 or more. So 2 or more degrees of success inflicts an additional hit.
I've only got the 1 fate point left. So
but if you put your fate point in, if you hit, you get a +20 bonus to hit as well. So that increases your.
I could roll it, I suppose. I'll just roll it. It gives me a 51% chance to hit. Take a 50-50. I was hoping to use it to. Well, the thing is, with my expert of violence, I can automatically hit with 1 level of success with a single fate point. But the problem then is I'm not getting the bonus damage.
Right.
So I guess I'll roll the attack then. So it'll just be the plus 10 for that double shot and plus 10 for
Plus 20 for
training.
doing the...
Oh, so
Yes,
plus 30
okay.
overall. So it's a 61% chance. I rolled 63. Fuck you.
Oh, bugger. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to fate point to re-roll it. I'll use my last fate point for that.
Okay. Well, we'll go to the end of the session anyway, so no reason not to. New dice required. What'd you get?
83.
83. Okay.
Wasted
Okay,
fate
so
point.
yes, I'm afraid you fire indiscriminately at some rubble and do no damage. Giorgio.
Okay, so I am a weapon train in LAS, generic, but I
That's
got
a
a
plus
last
10.
pistol, so I assume that applies. And I'm
Yeah.
spending a fate point to add some more bonus on my weapon skill, which suck, basically. So I am rolling...
Who are you firing at?
Yeah, I think being Lothos in the middle of everything, I guess he's just trying to clear out the space between the teams and Othord.
Okay.
So just shooting the closest fucker they have. in
Okay.
range.
If you could roll me a D3 as well, then please.
D3.
Just to know who you're shooting at, who to
Oh,
take the
D3.
points off of.
D3, that's a 1.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm rolling my weapon skill with an additional
Yes.
20. 10
Okay.
because of the fate point and 10 because of the training.
Training.
That's a 30, so that makes 1 degree of success.
Okay. Excellent. That's
Starting
good.
from a 49. Am I rolling damage directly?
Yes.
Okay, so the damage is 10 plus 2, which is a 12.
12.
Because I maxed it.
Wow, that's good. Okay, let me just have a quick look at this a second. He is going to... Okay, you hit Hawthorne doing 9 points of damage.
Do I have to roll percentage on where I hit him?
Yes, you can do. You could be head, you could be dead.
No, it's 77, which is his right leg.
Okay, that's another leg again. Yeah, everyone's going for legs in this. I think Becky set a theme.
That's the
Wasn't his
minimum
last
of
one
the
that leg? So
session.
I think that leg's probably no longer there, which is good.
No, that was 3. Jason hit number 3, the second guy. So it's the first hit on Hawthorne.
I thought he said he rolled 3 to hit and he was attacking Hawthorne.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, but he rolled a 3 and he rolled
No,
3.
He rolled a 3 to hit.
I rolled a 3 to hit,
No.
but before there was a D3 roll, and I
D3
rolled
roll.
3.
Oh, I see.
And apparently
right.
that isn't Hawthorne.
Hawthorne's 1 that Georgia just rolled.
It's character number 3.
Yes, unnamed character
Rune
3.
Number 3, yes.
Okay, so they're going to fire back again. The person in the roof is going to shoot at. Where's me? Get rid of that. Press that. Roll. What's my roll? Oh, there we go. 6. Okay, Giorgio.
No.
The sniper shoots at you from the ceiling.
Oh, shit.
You can dodge if you like.
I can try, but I'll be sucking ass.
I'm not saying they're going to hit you.
That's what I
Yeah.
normally say.
Yeah, try
You
either
may
way.
avoid certain death if you like. Or if you wish.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I got a 34 out of a 32.
Well, no,
Oh.
done yet. Oh, fuck, he's rolling 86.
Yeah, shit. Oh, no, that's good. Yeah,
That's good.
That's great. Yeah. He shot the ceiling right.
As a sniper, he's had 2 shots and he's missed both of them.
No, he got me in the leg on the first round.
Did he? Oh, okay. He's not that bad a sniper then. Okay, so yes, the floor explodes at your feet, Giorgio. He misses you.
Oh no. So fucking sad.
Actually, no, that's wrong, Becky. He did miss because he shot the policeman. Hawthorne shot you.
Oh, that makes it personal.
Yeah, Hawthorne shot you. He has missed. This sniper has missed twice. Okay, so now it's Gaius again.
Who's still up of the enemy?
All of
So
them.
we've got the sniper. Oh, they're all still up. Hawthorne is still okay.
Well, you can't see it. They're actually behind cover at the moment,
Okay.
so you can't tell. But I mean, you know, he got hit, but you don't know if he's. I suppose you don't know if he's up or down or not.
So other than the sniper, are we in cover? Because the sniper's above. I appreciate the cover's not bothering them, but
Yes. Yeah, you
okay.
are.
And where's our team of cops?
So they've taken cover as well. Actually, I didn't roll for them, did I? That's true. I should have rolled. I should have rolled an attack for them. Police attack. That's two. I don't want two. One. Police attack. 44. Have they got any bonuses? Yeah, they're trained. So that's. So they've passed. They've hit. Who have they hit? They've hit a. Number 2. Oh, the one guy. The guys have been hit yet. Okay, with how much damage? Plus 4. They did 4 damage. So, and they've hit him where? Not a leg again, surely. 6. What's a 6? That's a head or something, isn't it?
6, that's a hat, yes.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
ahead?
Wow. Okay. So yes, one goes down. You see it come back, and actually you see the box slide out from cover onto the floor of the big room. And you hear whole thing shout, "Go!" But no, it's Gaius.
It is me. Can I shoot Hawthorne from where I am?
You can, but you're going to now get -10 for cover. His cover.
Well, yeah, I assumed you were still in cover. I would like to aim for the whole round.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus 10 bonus.
Which that's a +20 bonus, I believe.
Oh, plus 20.
Plus 20.
For a full action,
Ah.
yeah. I've just looked.
Can't you move closer to him and shot him point blank?
Are you trying to kill him?
I
No.
want to capture him.
No, but they can maim him.
Or seriously injure.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, so Jason's aiming.
Mm-hmm.
Becky, what are you doing?
I'm going to. Have I still got the? No, I haven't got the fate point. I'm going to take out the sniper.
You're going to take out the sniper. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
annoying me. Because we haven't got cover against him. We can be in cover down here, but not against somebody above us looking down. So
Yeah. So aim is half action. If you aim for a half action, that's 10 plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
If you like,
and then I
Jason,
can shoot
aim for
twice.
full action.
I'll do that. I'll do the half action aim plus 10.
Okay.
Half action aim. So I'm writing these down so I don't have to do it next time. So that'll give me plus 10 plus my other plus 10 from my talent thing. That's a 51% chance, and I'm going to do the 2 shots because it's a half action.
Okay.
Right? So that's an 04
Oh,
followed
4.
by a miss.
Okay. So that gives you an 04. What did we say it was?
Well, that was to hit. So that's a success by. It's actually only 3 levels
Yes, you've hit
because
him.
I've missed.
but
Just
there
missed the
was
4th level. Yeah. So success by 3 levels.
2 or more success levels inflicts an additional hit.
Okay.
Okay?
So you're rolling 3 dice of damage,
3. Well, it's normally 1d10 plus 4.
but you
But
shot
the
2
additional
times.
successes.
With the additional
With
hit.
an
Yeah.
additional
The
success, you get
The
an
second
additional
shot
hit.
bit. So it's only going to be 2.
Oh yeah, because you missed one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
it
so
gives you,
But the first one was a major success. It was a
Yes.
success by 3 levels. So
Mhm.
that gets
Yeah,
an
yeah.
extra damage dice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We're saying the
Unfortunately,
same
one of
thing.
them was shit, but 14E.
wow. Okay, so how much is
14E.
14 of energy damage? Okay, so the sniper,
In
that
his
whole thing's cool to
left
get
arm.
out. You see the sniper get up and turn to run along the catwalk back towards the exit, and you pop out and poof, you shoot him, and he falls from the catwalk head first into the concrete. Splat!
Nice.
His brains get splattered up the nearest piece of machinery,
Oh,
and
hang on.
his gun clashes to the floor.
Just realised I've got a talent. I can re-roll one of those damage dice that wasn't that great. It's an extra 4.
Ooh.
I don't think you can get any more dead.
Yeah, but it wasn't
Okay.
enough. 18E.
There is Whole Thing, and there's 2 left. Whole Thing and the other guy. They're both hit at the moment. Whole Thing has been hit in the right leg, and the other guy's been hit in the. Write this down. Oh, both right legs.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try. Is it my turn yet? Yeah.
It is your turn now.
Okay, so I'm trying to shoot Hawthorne. Do you want me to roll a D2 to see if I can actually hit him?
D2.
Or,
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, D2.
That's a 1 again.
That is him.
So I'm spending another fate point because I got 2.
Okay, that's a plus 10.
Oh, fuck me.
Are you aiming?
Oh. I'm not that trained, so I think if I am aiming, I'll be aiming for the whole round.
Well, you get plus 10 to half action.
Oh, for half action, even though I don't have any sort of talent
You can
beside
aim
the
for the
weapon
entire
training.
turn and get plus 20.
Okay, or half a turn I get a plus 10. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I'm doing that. But also I don't plan on moving, so that's an additional 30. That's
Wait,
okay.
if you don't move, it's an additional 30?
Right?
No, as in I'm not doing anything else. I can spend half an action to aim.
Yes.
Because I'm just aiming and shooting. I'm not doing
So
anything else.
you've got plus 20 anyway, so this makes it plus 30. You're saying.
Where'd you get plus 20 anyway?
Plus
I don't
10
know.
for the training, plus 10, an additional 10 for the fate point, plus additional 10 for the
30.
aiming. 30.
Right.
So
Nice.
that's that's a regular pass because I rolled a 53
Regular
out
pass.
of the 59.
Roll me some damage.
That's a 12 again.
That's
I was
another.
asking in order to learn, Giorgio. I wasn't questioning you.
That's another
I'm trying to
9
learn.
points.
Don't worry, it's also good for me so that I understand correctly. I was trying to say something.
You still got
in
half an
moment.
action left. Do you have a rate of fire too?
No, that is firing. Firing will be the other half action.
I
Also-
misunderstood that then. So
Also-
aiming for a full turn is skipping the go.
Aiming for full turn is doing nothing but aiming.
Right.
That
Okay.
was Jason is
That's
doing.
why Jason didn't do anything
Yeah.
but aim.
Yeah.
Right. I'm with you.
Okay.
I want to make sure that I actually hit him.
Giorgio's actually hit him. If you want to roll me location, Giorgio,
Yes.
for another 9 points of damage.
That's an 80.
At 80,
So
that's
it's
Another leg.
left leg again.
Leg.
Left leg.
you've blown
So
yourself up.
many legs.
And they're all laser weapons, so it's like automatic cauterizing.
Yep.
So he's not
It's like-
running away, is he? Let's face it.
Not anytime soon.
80. Oh, right leg again. That's spoofing the right leg. Okay. You hear footsteps. Not a bit limpy ways, running away. This is Hawthorne's other guy. This is the other guys with him. Everything else goes quiet in the room. The sanctuaries start moving towards Hawthorne's position behind the machine. Are you going as well?
Shouting the order. No kill. This one is to be taken.
Mhm.
Okay, so the sanctuaries move around the edge of the machine with the guns leveled. Like I say, his remaining man has run off. Hawthorne is lying unconscious behind the machine. His leg has been burnt off to just above the knee, his right leg.
You're welcome.
As you said, it has been cauterized. The police check him. He is in quite a bad state because he's suffered a lot of damage there. So they give him some medical treatment. Unless one of you want to give him some medical treatment, you can do a roll. Just stabilize him.
Yeah, it is better if you don't.
He has
I have
sustained
passed.
a lot of damage.
I
Ooh.
passed.
You passed.
Very nice.
Okay, so you can stabilize him.
Yeah. I could interrogate his kneecap and order it not to bleed anymore.
Yeah, there's a little chunk of charred meat close by that is the bottom half of his leg.
Wow.
You successfully blown away.
Team 2, report. Anything at Hawthorne's base?
Yes, you actually. Let me see. What do they call it? You actually hear there's sounds of combat in the background, and they say we have. Let me just see. He said that. Get out! It's a combat servitor. And you hear more firing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that didn't go well. How do we disable
You
your
send them to
servitor
their
right
deaths.
demand of Hawthorne?
He's actually unconscious at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll call it there for this evening, and we'll pick that up. You can ask him your interrogation questions next week.
Oh, I'll be
And you
ready.
can have 450 points of experience.
Oh, wow.
What is the capital of Assyria?
Experience.
Where is it?
Yeah, I don't see a slot
I
for it. I
don't-
have to write one somewhere.
XP to spend and total XP spent is under your
Oh, there's
actual
Oh,
one.
yes,
Ah, right, yeah. 450.
Okay.
Okay.
What is the velocity of an unladen swallow?
European or African?
I don't know.
All right.
Excellent.
Because European is about 12 kilometers an hour, I think, from recollection, if I've remembered that right. Sounds like
Yeah.
right. Maybe it was 20. Oh, no.
Well-
Oh, no. I'm off.
What is the velocity of an unladen swallow?
African has never been scientifically measured, but can be deduced based on body weight and size.
According to someone on Reddit, a European swallow is approximately 11 meters per second or 24 miles an hour.
I think I had the number right, but the wrong unit of measurement.
All right.
Yeah, an African has never been scientifically measured. African swallow, specifically.
We are still live discussing this.
Yes, but it's an important discussion.
It's an important question.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
It says here the airspeed velocity of an unladen European swallow is a famous Monty Python quote, and the actual speed of an unladen European swallow is roughly 11 meters per second, or about 24 miles an hour.
Yes.
So there you go. Oh, that
Notice
was
how
good.
no one's
Now we
got
know.
speed
Let's
for the
end the stream.
African swallow.
Yes, cool. Okay.
Yeah, thank you
Bye,
very much.
everybody. Thank you for having us, Phil, as always.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you next week.